Hello, Moment friends! Ending here for another episode of Bingo Boffin. When we last left off, we were, of course, getting ready to do the next to last episode, and, well, now we're doing just that. Episode 51. And here we are with Bingo Boffin.
The invitations are all written, and now they need to be delivered.
My adventuring friend, and now they need to be delivered! Let's see, I want to be certain I have not forgotten anyone. Bingo leafs through a stack of envelopes, reading aloud the name on each. Myrtle Boggs, Mary MacFarberbabba, and Poppy Bargriddle, and my kind and caring neighbors, Cousin Priska and her family, the talkative and friendly Milo Goodbody of Bree, Haley and Theodore, of course, the Gorses, or Gorse, I guess, I don't know. Anyway, the author and the literary critic Bilbo Baggins, Spalvey Stoutheart, if he can set aside his duties with the Iron Garrison for a short journey, Laghair the Beorning, Egwulf the Tracker of Rohan, Humphrey Rumming, if he promises to leave his worms and salamanders and other such creatures behind, Iola Isburn and her family, as they are distant relatives by some reckoning or other, although I cannot figure the relation exactly. And I have an invitation here for William Whisker, and his family as well. Perhaps you can read it to him. I do not know exactly where you will be able to find each of our invited guests, Deng Song, but let me be assured this will be the most annoying quest you have done this entire time. Perhaps you can ask Bert Bartleby. He tends to travel rather a lot and might have seen some of these folk more recently than we have. If you get tired of delivering these invitations, I suppose we could rely on the quick post to do it. Leave any you do not deliver on the table near the Postmaster Proudfeet, south of here by the town hall. Well, I don't want to miss out on any story, but man, that would be so much easier. Oh, that is a tough decision. And then this, of course, is the instance pool, where it's Bingo's notes, a source of reflection indeed. And man, I love that Bingo Boffin has added in subtitles, sublines for each of the different people and how that you can see like what they're thinking and things like that. It's just a really nice feature that's so subtle and yet tells so much emotionally about what is going on, and I really do like that quite a bit. Well, the good news is most of the Shire letters should be fairly easy to transport. It's the stuff outside the Shire that I'm worried about. But we should be relatively good, I hope. See, like right over here, fairly easy.
Is this a trick? Bingo wishes to invite us to a dinner party.
What's this? You have clearly interrupted some gossip, likely about Bingo's long absence from the Shire, and Myrtle stares at you suspiciously. When you hand the invitation to Myrtle, Mary Mac, and Poppy, they stare at the envelopes with surprised expressions. When they read the letters inside, their surprise increases further, to the point where the cameraman actually panned out accidentally.
Is this a trick? Bingo wishes to invite us to a dinner party. We have all been neighbors for some time now, and we have never attended a party at his home before. Now that I think about it, I suppose none of us have ever invited him over for tea or dinner either. Do we think we will attend? I suppose we can try, but we are not promising anything. Good day.
Okay. Sorry for interrupting myself there, but I do want to make sure, yep, audio is good. Alrighty then. Let's continue on our quest, our endless quest, which will end hopefully better than this. I do like that they added in the option to just rely on the postmasters to do it. I wonder how that would work with like the passage of time and stuff like that. I might just make it be whichever one I have left, I'll just leave to the postmaster just to see how that feature works. Why does it tell me to go back this way? Oh, that's the postmaster thing. I can't do that one. Not yet. Not yet. Alright, let's see here. Where all do we need to go? Bingo, or the blah blah. Bilbo is not in Bag End, I just remembered. He's actually way in Rivendell, so. Is there anything else left in the Shire? I'm not seeing any. I think that's all for the Shire, so let's dismount and go ahead and take the swift travel to Bree.
Hello there.
Just because I want to get the heck out of the Shire. So let's see here. West Bree will work. And off we go into the Wild Blue Yonder. Now, I believe to get the swift travel stuff unlocked, you just have to do 1 month of VIP and then it's unlocked forever. Because I'm not VIP right now, and yet I have swift travel. So I'm pretty sure that if you just unlock 1 month, you can get swift travel. So that might be something you might be interested. I recommend, if you're wanting to spend money on LOTRO, the first thing you should do is honestly spend 1 month of VIP because it unlocks so much stuff. Plus, you get 500 turbine points for free. And, you know, if you like VIP, then spend more money on VIP if you want. It's not necessarily a bad thing. You get all the zones for free. So if you do get VIP, make sure it's over a 30-day period where you're able to, you know, go through an entire zone at least, if not multiple zones, just so that you can, you know, get through that content and not have to buy it later on. Particularly, I mean, it depends on how you want to play, but you might want to do the less liked zones so that you can just do them once if you're wanting to complete them, and then never have to do those zones again. Up to you though, obviously. Obviously, completely up to you. Yeah, that's the only swift travel there, so we get to go back to Tuckborough. And by Tuckborough, I mean Buckland. Alright, let's go. I don't know why I said Tuckborough. I know that's there, but I don't know why I was thinking it was. I don't know why I misspoke. I wasn't even thinking it was there. Alright. 4 points available. Wow. I'll have to spend that later. New mail. Wish we would have checked our mail first before leaving here. Alright. And a massive pile of copper scraps. I mean, I think we're going to have to hand deliver these just to see what everyone says. I don't want to miss out on that. If you actually pre-mailed some stuff, let me know how that works in the comments below. I really am curious, but I don't think I can pull myself to do that. I think I'm going to have to hand deliver each one of these, and that is going to make this episode be super long. But that is okay. We got all the time in the world, kind of, not really at all. But we're going to do it anyway, and dang it. So, just on the trip to Buckland, it's taking forever, but that is a-okay, I guess. Maybe. Where's my milestone anyway? Hold up. Let's see where my milestone is. In Forlaw. In Wildermore. Well, that's going to come in handy. Okay. Also, I noticed in Bingo's home, there's actually sinks now. I don't think there have been sinks in LOTRO before until now. Obviously, no plumbing that connects it. You just have, you know, a bucket that you put water into inside the sink. But, Not sure why a sink is really needed if you can just, you know, wash everything in a bucket. I don't think you actually need a sink. I could be wrong, but, you know, pretty sure that's the case. But obviously Bingo is fairly well off, much like Bilbo was, or just this immense amount of luxury. Or it's possible that all hobbits have sinks, and they've just finally decided to put them in. I don't know.
Cousin Bingo is inviting my family to a dinner party?
It has been ages since I visited his home, and that was many young hobbits ago. Is his home big enough to accommodate all of my children? We will certainly try to attend Dengsong. It is just as well, for I think Marigold was planning a secret adventure to the Shire anyway, and perhaps this will satisfy her journeying heart somewhat, for a moment. I could do with a fine dinner. Taking care of all these children is hungry work. Alright, well, here we go. Off we go into the wild gray yonder. Very gray sky. Alright, let us see here. We have a long way to go into the Lone Lands. The Forsaken Inn seems to be the next stop on our endless tour. And yeah, the minimap does tell us that that seems to be... Or no, there is one in Bree. That makes sense. I don't know why I was thinking that there would not be one. But yeah, this is just what I always wanted to do, is re-travel the whole way. And I know I'm kind of putting this on myself, but I want to see what everybody says. I want all of you to be able to see what everybody says, because I think it's important. I hope it's important. Otherwise, I'm wasting a lot of time here. And man, I should have set the milestone back in the Shire. Oh well. At least there's swift travel from Bree to Michael Delving. Thank goodness. Otherwise, I don't know what I'd do. And I do apologize for this episode being later. I've just been so busy. I think what I'm gonna have to do is go back to just one video a day, because between just my internship and having to write the paper for my internship and all that stuff, as it's starting to come to a close, kind of, sort of. I mean, there's still about a month left in it, but you know, it's starting to come to an end, and wanted to make sure that. And then there's just been all the LOTRO news that's been going on this last week, with sad stuff about, you know, community members actually you know, basically dying. And heart goes out to Tinky and, you know, Tinky's family after all that. And also, Aerithert was mentioning on LOTRO Players News that somebody else had passed away as well that was fairly well known in the community. And then there's all the layoffs at Turbine that have been going on, and
Greetings.
just been a lot this week. There's somebody in Bree. Almost forgot there for a second. Ah, lag. There we go. Okay. Hopefully they're in the Prancing Pony. I thought that said Sarah Oakart, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. Alright.
delightful! I am not one to turn down a free dinner.
Pull up a chair, Dang Song. There is room for all at the Prancing Pony. You hand Milo the invitation, and he reads it with interest. Delightful. I am not one to turn down a free dinner, and I remember that Bingo was quite an amusing fellow. I hope he shows a little restraint this time, because I remember he spent some time recovering from the entertainment here among the haystacks by the stables. I will be happy to attend, even if folk in the Shire are a little odd. Compared to the hobbits of Bree, at least. I say a hey diddle diddle. Alright. Let us make our way on this adventure further into the wild. Quite literally, because we're going into the wild. So, I really wish that this was not part of the story, because I mean, you know, you can argue, and dang, you don't have to do this. Yeah, you don't have to, because male. But I feel like I do, because I feel like I'm a completionist. To some extent. Mind you. I feel like that I need to do all of the story-based content, and I consider Bingo Boffin just, you know, an extension of the epic story, essentially. And so I feel like I have to do all of this content. Alright.
Greetings.
Let's close that up real quick. And go to the Lone Lands. Oh goodness, it's just as quick to go there. What was that noise? It sounded like a dragon. I don't know what is going on in Bree. Alright, we will make our way along the path. Going to be checking something real quick. Let's see here. And I love how they've redone, well, somewhat redone this bog area, because I don't remember all these trees being here. And I think that it really adds quite a bit to it. Well, until you do that. Okay, yeah, I guess it's just Weatherstock stuff maybe, or I don't know. Not sure why there are all those people there. But there were. Alright, let's go. Off to the Lone Lands. See, on a real horse, instead of a pony, I would probably not be dismounted. In fact, I'm pretty sure I am not usually dismounted when I go through here. But since I'm on a hobbit, a boppet hobbit, I end up drowning almost. Alright, come on, let's... I hope there's a way out of here. That's easy. There we go. Just gonna go dead south. Hopefully not too dead. And be on our way. And we have already hit the 20-minute mark on this episode. I can't believe that. But like I said, this is gonna be a long one. And I am fully planning to show how long it can possibly take to do this. If you're not interested in everything everybody has to say, feel free to skip ahead to the end. I'm not going to stop you. But if you're curious as to what everyone wants to say, is going to say, then feel free to continue. Ah, here we go.
A dinner party? We will certainly attend, won't we, Theodore?
We are back where we started, Deng Song, and still trying to decide what we should do next. For now, we have mostly decided that the food here could be better, and that Anlaf does not clean the mugs well enough. You hand the invitation to Haley, and she reads it with a smile.
A dinner party? We will certainly attend, won't we, Theodore? Yes, we will. It will be nice to see Bingo at his home.
Theodore nods distantly, already thinking about the next adventure. But you are reasonably certain he will attend Bingo's gathering. Oh, yes, Theodore Gorse is doing the voice, because it would be just horrible to visit Theodore and not do the voice. People would be out riding in the streets. Alright. Well, I think next stop is Rivendell, I'm pretty sure. Unless somebody's out of place. See, that's the thing is, they were back where they started, but how would I know that, So, I'm surprised they didn't have Bingo continue. Bingo. Bilbo not be in Rivendell anymore, but I suppose that it is a little early for that. Alright, let's make our way to Rivendell then. And yeah, next on the list is Bilbo. So,
How can I be
there
of
we
service?
go. Oh no! You know what, we're gonna take the slow way to Oscaruth. Nice and relaxing way. And yeah, this is, I suppose, a good time to talk about Weatherstock. I will be streaming Weatherstock, and so be sure to check out on Twitter to find out all about that. Weatherstock is on the 23rd of July. I pointed that way because I have a calendar on the wall. And it usually starts around 10 Eastern is when we start the stream. And we'll be going until probably 6 Eastern, maybe even 7 Eastern. And that's just typically how long Weatherstock takes. For those that don't know, Weatherstock is the largest player-run event in all of gaming as far as I know. And that's what they claim as well. And basically 1,000 players get up to the top of Weathertop and play music. As if it's like Woodstock, but with... They play real-life songs with the LOTRO instruments, and it's just an all-day concert, and it's super awesome. And not only are there typically 1,000 or more players in-game, there are also players that are offline actually watching streams, and then there will be plenty of players that watch after the fact as well. And so, there's tons and tons of people that are involved in this. Typically on our streams we have like 150. I think we actually had... I don't remember how many we had last year, but it was a lot of people is what I remember. And, that was a consistent number throughout, even though people were coming in and out. So, I mean, there were probably 1,000 people that watched our stream throughout the day. And so, I will be once again streaming that. LOTRO Play. It's technically the LOTRO Players stream, even though it's going to be on my channel. And for those that don't know, I also have a website, LOTROplayers.com. that does all sorts of LOTRO news, and there's a podcast that I'm on and all sorts of other stuff. So check that out if you have not already. And yeah, Weatherstock should be a lot of fun this year. I'm excited about it. There's combat somewhere around here. I heard somebody fighting. Alright, let's see how far... Oh, goodness, we're just... Well, I guess we came from the end, so we're over halfway there. But yeah, it does take a long time to get across all of LOTRO. Luckily, we're not doing that. We're just going across part of it. And especially if you were to walk and actually be in like walk mode, it would take forever to get across the game. I can't even imagine how long it would take in walk mode. And don't want to know. I don't even want to know how long it would take. Even on the most direct route from, you know, the farthest tip to tip, it would take forever because you'd be going from like all the way up in Flochel all the way down to somewhere in Gondor. That would just take forever. You know, all the way to Minas Tirith and beyond. Because if you wanted to, you could go down to Minas Tirith and then go back up on through Rohan and then on back into like Mirkwood or something crazy like that.
What do you want?
Well, I guess that wouldn't be that way. Well, it depends on what way you went. Anyway, let's go to Rivendell before I make a fool of myself further. And we still got mail. You've got mail. Man, we better get a ton of XP for this quest. We won't, but we better. We're gonna take it up with Bingo. Well, at least we're in Rivendell now. That is progress. Time to go to presumably the Hall of Fire. And yes, we are war steeding in Rivendell. I know that's super dangerous with the bridges and all. But I'm not, I am concerned about it, but I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Alright, come on. And supposedly there are more trees in Rivendell and the Trollshaws area. Because they've just gone back through some areas with Bingo and have just, you know, updated them a bit. Not too much, but, you know, just adding in extra little details here and there. Let's go inside. Here we go.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Oh, hello there, Dengsong. Welcome back to Rivendell. You hand Bilbo the invitation, and he reads it carefully. Bingo Boffin is having a dinner party. I am sure it will be a lovely time, but I am afraid I must decline his gracious invitation. I do not think I have as many journeys in me as I once did, and I am content to stay here in Rivendell for now. I will return to the Shire one day, I am sure of it, but I am not ready to say farewell to the last homely house just yet. Give Bingo my best wishes and tell him that I am eagerly awaiting his book when it is finished. That doesn't surprise me because, honestly, that would be very lore-breaking if Bilbo had gone to Bingo's party for multiple reasons. The main being that just he is so old that him going all the way back to the Shire and then all the way back to Rivendell does not make any logistical sense at all. And so I'm really glad that they actually did have Bilbo stay behind. Oh man, excuse me. Delivering all these hand-written, hand-delivered notes just, you know, really takes the life out of you at 11 o'clock Eastern at night. Alright, we need to go to the stable. We're sure not going to be hand-writing. The whole way. Oh no! That happened. Maybe we should go to normal horse now. Alright, Svalvi is up next. I am so excited. Svalvi is honestly the main reason why I have stuck with Bingo Boffin and why I'm hand delivering these items. If it wasn't for Spalvey and, you know, Theodore and a few other characters, I would just not be into Bingo. And really, Bingo Boffin is more about all the other characters than it is about him, which is kind of how the Hobbit books are, except eventually he had that change where he turned into, like, you know, this awesome person. Bingo, not as much, but at the same time, Bingo can't be as heroic as Bilbo
What do
for
you need?
multiple reasons. First of all, if he was, then his story would be told instead of Bilbo's, and, you know, it'd be a totally different thing. Alright, let's figure out where we need to go first. I'm pretty sure it is Moria, but let's just make sure here. Yep, Moria it is. And so let's see here. I guess Eregion. Oh, man. We don't have any of the swift travel. No. This is horrible. Alright, well, I guess we're going to have to ride the whole way to Moria. Hold on, let's think about this for a second. We need to buy some mithril, I think. Come on, LOTRO store, save us. Because, you know, you gotta have mithril when you go into Moria. Alright, we're actually gonna get 2 times 5 of these, just in case we need them. And, yeah. There we go, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Alright, let's go.
What do you need?
Okay, let's go to the right place in Eregion. Alright. Okay, Danon. Okay, we were going to the right place. Cool. Here we go. Because when you go to a dwarf place, you gotta spend your mithril. Let's be honest. Even if you don't intend to, you're gonna be spending your mithril. Alright. Here we go. Now we can go into Moria. So, I really enjoy this area. I love that this is the introduction to Moria. They did such a great job with it way back in 2008. And really do enjoy it. And man, I cannot wait to see Mordor, because that's going to be something else. We've not had an area like Mordor since 2007 with Angmar, and honestly, development of that was almost done years before, because they were working way ahead of schedule. They had been working on, Moria already in 2007, and really, if you include Middle-earth Online, they've been working on Moria before they even started work on LOTRO, technically. So, they've been working on Moria for a long time, and so I'm guessing Angmar was fairly done when the game actually released, obviously, and probably before then. And so it's just interesting to think about that. And particularly the reason I brought all this up is because we have not had an area like Mordor or Angmar since Angmar. And so they have not built a place like Mordor. Well, first of all, there's no place really like Mordor, but they have not built a place even remotely like Mordor since potentially before 2007. And so it's been, you know, like 10 years since they built anything like Mordor. And so I'm really excited to see what they do with all the lessons that they've learned since then and how they're going to be able to handle all that, because it should be very, very interesting to see how all that ends up working out. And so I'm really curious how they're going to do that. Alright, Moria. Oh, we did not do the stable. Oh well, we did not unlock that
Greetings,
stable, but
friend.
no.
Are you lost?
Whatever. We really should have just hand delivered these. Alright, let's see here. I'm pretty sure I know what that is. Yeah, 21st hall. So let's see. We want to go over to Dolven View for now. It's a long way. But we'll get there. We still have not looked at our mail. So, I'm really curious to see how all of Bingo ends up ending. You know, what that final week is going to be like. I'm almost certain it's going to be this party. But then, how they wrap up after that. Will it just be, you know, a simple goodbye? How they'll handle goodbyes will be really interesting. And so I'm looking forward to see how everything wraps up. What type of excitement there might be. Like if the dragon ends up showing up. That would be a way to end things. It's not going to happen, I'm pretty sure. But, you know, how come the dragon's not invited to the party? Just saying. So, you know, it'll be very interesting. I wish that there had been more to Bingo Boffin. I think that there could have been more. But I think all things considered, I did enjoy it. I just think that there was the potential to be more with this type of story. But I think that they did a fantastic job. It went in a way I did not expect. And considering the lore limitations, where this adventure did have to be fairly minute, otherwise it would have been noticed, as because, you know, they're doing things like interacting with Bilbo Baggins and things like that. It's got to be noticed. But I mean, you know, that LOTRO's gone out of its way to do things in the past that have not been noticed, but I think that they wanted to avoid it being too close of a parallel to the excitement that was, you know, The Hobbit. And that makes sense. And I have enjoyed seeing those parallels. I think that they've done a great job making that be the
May
case.
Durin return soon to his halls.
Here we go. Swift travel to 21st Hall. And the glowy hands off on the goat, bouncing away. Oh goodness. That's awesome. We've been going for 40 minutes now. And honestly, we're about halfway done. I think I might just end this episode here, because, you know, I feel like this is a good spot. Let me talk to Spalvey first, and then we'll end the episode.
I will look at this in a moment, but first I think you should know something.
That voice. Welcome back to Khazad-dûm, Deng Song. Do not tell me you have lost Bingo again, and need my help to find him. Spalvey laughs for a longer time than necessary. When he has finally stopped and apologized, you hand him the invitation. Kettle Mapmaker, standing nearby, also takes an interest. I will be happy to attend Bingo's party. Kettle and I have been working to improve the Iron Garrison's foothold here in Khazad-dûm, but it is difficult work. There are many dangers still in Earth, and I am not sure we can master them, but we will try. That is the way of the dwarves. Alright, and Kettle Mapmaker's still crazy with his hats. Awesome. So, anyway, I am going to end this episode here. It has gone on for 40 minutes. That's more than long enough for a single Bingo Boffin episode. So, next episode, we should be able to end this week's quest and hopefully, you know, prepare for a party or have a party. But we'll have to wait and find out, and really looking forward to see how, you know, next week ends Bingo Boffin. But that's not until 2 times from now. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another episode of Bingo Boffin. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like button below. And if you'd like to see more of my daily content, feel free to subscribe, and you'll be notified when that new content comes out. And also, if you'd like to help support my channel and help me continue to create high quality videos, feel free to support me on Patreon, and you can get all sorts of great rewards in the process. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another video.